Welcome to the Art of Hitting. Don't forget to subscribe. If you do it now, you won't forget. Enjoy the video. How's it going out there in softball land? Listen, today I got a video called Compete Like Pete Rose. Why? Well, Pete Rose is a special guy to me. To be honest with you, when I was a young man, I tried to emulate Pete Rose, told everybody he was my cousin, obviously because my name's Rose. They say, you know Pete Rose? Yeah, he's my cousin. But I styled my own self-play after him. Running over people, what he's known for, hustle, running out to first base on a walk. Let me tell you a little story about that, though. About 8 years ago, we're behind in a game to a New Jersey team, and about 25 runs. Actually, I got a walk, and I sprint to first base, trying to motivate the team. I get to first base, step on the bag, and pain goes up my leg. I tore a meniscus. Well, that was my end. Once I healed, I don't run to first base anymore because I guess when you get so old, things can happen at any time. But I hope you enjoy the video. I got a bunch of my buddies down here at the Sebastian Hitting Club with comments at the end. But enjoy. You play like Pete Rose, as we point out in the video. I think it's a good strategy for a softball player of any age.
Moment number 5. The true definition of a utility man. Pete did just about everything on the field, and he did it all well. Rose was the only player selected to the All-Star team at 5 different positions: second base, right field, left field, third base, and first base.
As you see, Pete Rose could play a lot of positions, selected to 5 All-Star different positions, only player ever. And so we're going to talk about strategies for being a successful softball player based on Pete Rose's attitude, because the attitude in softball and baseball is got to be very similar. The hittings, there's a little difference, nuances between the hitting style, because one's throwing 90 miles an hour and there's a 5-mile-an-hour ball coming at you. So the first thing, obviously, is quality swings on quality pitches. But in softball, any pitch can be a quality pitch as long as you got a quality swing on it. Remember that. We'll talk about that in detail later. And number 2 is know your role. Obviously, Pete knew his role, because when he was in any role he played on the ball team, he ended up selected all-star team. And then whatever you do, the way you do it, perform and execute consistently. Pete wasn't the greatest mechanical guy. He didn't have a picture-perfect swing. He just did what he had to and got the job done. And the one thing I'm sure of, but this is Pete's philosophy, because I asked him, and I told that story either in the beginning of this or at the end of this, about being aggressive at bat. So you got 4 strategies we're going to review with you, and that's the focus of this video. And for you as a player, if you go into these strategies in depth and use them, you'll be a good player.
You should be hitting like Pete Rose. Scratch that. Let me be more specific. You should be competing in the box, swinging with intent to do damage while focusing on spraying the entire field with hard line drives, protecting the plate with 2 strikes, grinding out each at-bat like a bulldog, and doing whatever it takes to get on base. Like Pete Rose. Look, say what you want about Charlie Hustle. He swung the bat like a troll and he stood in the batter's box like a tree stump, but the dude could flat out hit. He had 17 seasons with 600 plus at-bats and over a dozen seasons with 200 plus hits. And there's so much to learn from these 2 specific stats, and it starts with one word: competing. Let me explain. Mechanics are overrated, but fundamentals and the approach is king. There's a difference between swinging and hitting. So much emphasis is put on proper mechanics and what a good swing looks like, but sometimes we spend so much focus on the looks and the mechanics that as hitters, we lose our feel for the bat. In other words, we lose our instincts. At the end of the day, the point of hitting is to make the sweet spot of the barrel hit a round ball when it gets in the strike zone. Pete Rose did not have perfect mechanics, but he had immense levels of self-belief. He once said, if you want to be a catcher, watch Johnny Bench. If you want to hit for power, watch Mike Schmidt. If you want to be a pure hitter, watch me. I would go as far as to say he didn't look great in the batter's box. He didn't even try to achieve perfect mechanics, but he knew and understood the fundamentals. He had a plan, and ultimately his success came down to this. Pete Rose was able to execute quality swings on quality pitches day in and day out, clocking into work with a blue-collar mentality. What I'm talking about is mental toughness. He was tough as nails, a grinder, a competitor, and a bulldog. Here's the reality. Playing baseball is a grind. It's full of failure, pain, and injury, setbacks, and heartbreaks. But underneath it all, there's joy. Because baseball is a game and it's meant to be played. When we compete our tail off, make our teammates better while playing the game with intent, good things happen. We get the good hop, the good pitches to hit. The call by the ump goes our way. Call it karma, call it a gift from the baseball gods, or just plain mojo momentum. If you want to excel at the highest level, you gotta be tough. Then you have to know your role, limits, and constraints. Pete Rose wasn't trying to hit 40 bombs a year. The most he ever had was 16. If you want to be a great hitter, you have to learn how to drive the ball with conviction, consistently, without getting cheated by the fastball. Even big league power guys became great hitters first, building a foundation that allowed them to develop into power hitters. They grew into their strength. Remember, at the highest level of the game, the players in the lineup are there not just because of their physical makeup and God-given ability. Rather, it's because of their ability to perform and execute consistently. Rose's strength showed up most in being the same guy every single day. If you want to be great,
Guys, I put that video in there because it really says it all, and it captures what you should be as a softball player. Quality swings and quality pitches, know your role, perform and execute consistently, and be aggressive at the plate. The next set of clips are going to be from my teammates down here at the Sebastian Hidden Club. I asked them if I asked you to compete like Pete Rose, how would you do that? And their responses are, bingo. Okay, guys, how you doing this morning?
Hey, good, Ed. How you doing, buddy?
Good. Hey, what do you think of when I say compete like Pete Rose? What does that look like?
Oh, wow.
Oh, a dirt dog, man, a dirt dog. He's pretty special.
But what does that mean in actual?
Base.
What do you do if you want to compete like Pete Rose?
100%. all the
100%.
time.
You got to give 100% or more.
Okay.
Hustle. Charlie Hustle.
Yeah.
Charlie
Ron
Hustle.
Hustle.
Okay. Okay, big guy. Let me ask you a question here. Put your head up. Forget what you're doing. What does it mean to you when I say compete like Pete Rose?
Just keep playing as hard as you can. Focus on what you need to do.
Okay. I know this guy. He's a famous guy. You got your own damn podcast, Dan. What you, Dan Carlson? Tell me, Dan, what's that mean? Compete like Pete Rose?
You mean other than stealing second base and sliding head first and running over the catcher?
Is that what you see, huh? So what does that mean in actual practice?
Well, he plays hard all the time. Plays smart, plays hard.
Okay, but guy, man, he's like Greek god. Just lost a lot of weight, man. You look good.
Thanks, man.
So what's it mean to compete like Pete Rose?
Play hard, win with hustle, get the edge.
Okay. My Remember the Titans guy. Yes, sir. This guy was one of the Remember the Titans. Have you seen that movie? Tell me what's it mean to you when I say compete like Pete Rose?
Oh, Charlie Hustle. That's
What does that look like?
110% on the limiter all the time.
Okay, man.
That's what he was.
Hold on here. I'm gonna put you, make you famous on TV.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. What's it mean to you when they say compete like Pete Rose?
Give it everything you got all the time.
Okay.
And, no slack.
Just like
no
the
rest.
Bugs. That's what the Bugs. He's one of that
like the
big
bug.
team,
Our
the Bugs.
motto, our Bug's motto.
Over here to my man, Gary Benton. Tell me, Barry, Barry. Gary.
Barry Larkin.
Yeah. Hey, what's it like? What does it mean when I say compete like Pete Rose?
Well, of course, everybody knows him as Charlie Hustle, so obviously first thing comes to my mind is just his never quit attitude and his hustle on the field. Win at all costs.
Okay, at all costs.
At all costs.
Okay, Jimmy. Tell me, hey, if I said to you compete like Pete Rose, what would that look? What would that look like?
That's just a lot of hustling, a lot of hustling and getting a lot of base hits.
Well, you play a lot like him, man.
Boy, okay. I'm glad to hear
You a
that.
little crazier.
Well, crazier than Pete. Yeah.
Okay, if I told you, that, hey, compete like Pete Rose, what would that look like?
Oh boy. Never give up, all out, don't stop.
That's good.
Sacrifice your body.
Oh, okay, that's very good. Well, you get my favorite doctor here. Doc, what if I said to you, compete like Pete Rose, what does that mean?
100%.
100%? Put out 100%, huh?
That's right.
Okay. Like you, that's what you did when you went to surgery, right?
Always. 110.
Okay, but that's great. Your patience like that.
Well, they came first.
Okay, man, what's it, when I say to you, compete like Pete Rose, what does that mean to you?
You go all out all the time. I mean, shoot, Charlie Hustle.
Charlie Hustle.
And he earned that nickname for a reason.
Yeah, that's why you hustle like that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Only one way to go.
Really?
Hi.
If I say to you, compete like Pete Rose, what does that mean to you?
Hustle.
Hustle.
Always hustle. Every time, everywhere.
those the big B
Dive
there.
ground balls, turn a single into a double.
Okay, man, thanks. Question, how would you say compete
Bill
like?
says, I mean, the guy hustled for everything, you know, even ran out walks, you know, diving, knocking people over if he had to.
Who's that?
Good one. Big D, what?
Yeah.
You didn't hear my question?
Yeah, but Pete Rose, I don't think I have the energy of Pete Rose.
Oh, he's got a lot of energy?
Oh, got a lot of energy. He's rounded the bases. He never stops. Look what he did to, what was that catcher? for
Yeah, I know.
Cleveland?
That's one of his.
That was,
yeah.
but
What was his name? But I just watched it last
Joe
night.
Fosse.
Fosse, that's
Fosse,
right.
yeah.
Look at you, man. Old man with a good memory.
Fosse. Yeah, that was classic.
That was
That was a
classic.
classic Rose. And I don't know about his outside interests, what he conducts
Yeah,
his
let's get
life.
it. Let's go to the other question that I got. What about Ed Rose? Compete like Ed
Ro-
Rose.
well,
I got to hear this.
I mean, he is so fast.
Now, to recap this video, basically I'm saying that what we said up front is a good strategy for softball players. And his 4 points for competing, 3 of them are really made up from his play by the guy that, you know, started the thought process in my head, and I formulated it for softball. Now, the third one, be aggressive at the plate, that actually came from Pete Rose's discussion with me in Vegas, I don't know, 5-6 years ago. And in my 60s, I met with him. I said, Pete, what's the #1 rule for hitting? He said, be aggressive. Be aggressive. I said, okay, Pete, what's #2? He said, Ed, be aggressive. And I said, okay, I'll play. What's #3? He said, be aggressive. So basically, be aggressive. I put another video out about that, being aggressive. And, you know, basically, you know, think about it. We want to be aggressive. That means, you know, when quality swings with quality pitches, but be aggressive. Don't let the umpire decide. These strategies will help you be a better ball player. Quality swings on quality pitches, know your role, perform and execute consistently, and be aggressive at the bat. Those are 4 strategies for successful play. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe. Have a great day.